Hello everybody, welcome back to my planty channel. If you are new here, my name is Grace. I thought it would be really fun to do my current favorites, monthly favorites, weekly favorites. Honestly, my favorites change up constantly all the time. It really just depends on what plants are currently putting out just really stunning leaves, new growth, anything like that, really. And they kind of make it to the top of my favorites list pretty quick. And also these past couple weeks I've managed to get rid of a few plants, the ones that kind of just were never really my favorites in my collection and would always just get like tucked to the back, pushed away, pushed to the back of the shelf. Didn't really like looking at them, and they just, anytime that I have a plant in my collection that is just taking up space, it's not appreciated, it really makes me not appreciate the rest of them as much as I should be. So now that I've gotten rid of those ones that were a little bit more unsightly to me, it's really kind of opened my eyes to the ones that are like really looking gorgeous right now. And of course, obviously, when you get rid of plants, the ones that you do like have way more room to shine, they have more room to grow, and yeah, it's really just kind of like opened up a lot of my different planty areas, getting rid of plants. So yeah, me getting rid of some plants has really just kind of uncovered some of my hidden gems, and it's just really making me appreciate them at the moment. And I'm appreciating them so much that I wanted to make a whole video about it and talk about them. So I'm going to be doing my 5 monthly favorites. I really wanted to do about 6 or 7 favorites, but I was like, I don't really want to have to make that, first of all, that much longer of a video. I'm kind of trying to keep my videos a bit on the shorter side just for ease of editing purposes. I am just so excited to show you these plants that I'm just gonna jump right in and not talk for any longer because yeah, let's just get right into it. First on the list is my Synapsis TR Moonlight, which has put out a new leaf. And honestly, this list is kind of numbered. Kind of numbered by favorites because I have been so obsessed with this plant. I love that the silvery leaves match the silvery pot that it's in. It even matches the drainage tray, and literally this pot doesn't even have a hole in it. It doesn't need a drainage tray, but I'm so obsessed with the fact that all 3 of them match that it has to be sitting on it. So this plant was covered up by my rubber tree, which I recently sold. It was sitting on the floor in front of my trunk, and now this is sitting on the trunk, just basking in all of the glory, and it's not hidden anymore, and it seriously is just like an uncovered hidden gem for me, and I have been so obsessed with it ever since I sold that plant. This has just like boosted straight up to my top favorites. Next is my Filadon mikans, which I have recently put in this cover pot, and I honestly just feel like as soon as it got put in the cover pot, it got even prettier. The cover pot just brings out all of that darkness in the leaves, and it's just a perfect fit in my opinion. It's kind of hard to show it all in frame. But yeah, I've really been loving this one, and the leaves are just looking really good recently. So yes, Philodendron mikans. And another one which has recently been adorned with a new cover pot is my Hoya polyera, which is just branching out and getting so big and bushy so fast. I really would love for this to bloom for me. It has quite a few peduncles on it. Only one, I think. This one right here. I think this one could possibly come to fruition. It's still so small, but I don't even know if you can really see that or not. But all of the other ones are just teeny tiny little nubs. There's another one right there on the back. I've heard a lot of people say that their polyera peduncles do nothing but shrivel up after they grow just a tiny bit and they just fall off, but I really would love for this to bloom. I have no idea what the blooms even look like, and it's getting so big and bushy, and I think that it just suits this pot so well. It has recently left my plant shelf and moved on to the trunk over there. So it's just one of the first plants that you see when you walk in the room. And it's just very, very newly appreciated. I mean, I already loved this plant so much. I was already very obsessed with this plant, but now that it's not just like crammed onto that shelf, kind of tucked away, and it's just like right there, it's very, very, very much appreciated. And the last two are pole plants. My Monstera addinsonii, which has also gotten a new cover pot. This is the basket cover pot that my rubber tree was in, and I obviously didn't want to sell the cover pot, so I popped it in this, and the nursery pot that it was originally in, just sitting in the floor, just has a big price sticker slapped on the front because when I was potting it up, I didn't realize what side of the pot was in the front, and I just hated so much that it was visible. I hated looking at this, honestly, and it sucked because I love this plant and it's starting to just really get so big and bushy and beautiful. And it was also just in like a really ugly drip tray situation. It was literally just like a like a recycled frozen meal tray. So it just, all around, it just kind of looked just garbage-y. So after it has been put in this beautiful basket cover pot, it's once again another one that I just adore looking at now, which is fantastic that it has had that much of a transformation for me. And it's sitting directly across from my couch, so I always have a really fantastic view of it, and I honestly find myself just sitting there staring at it constantly ever since I moved to this. So yes, another which has been upgraded by a cute little cover pot. And honestly, I want to kind of bring attention to how much of a difference that the pot that your plant is potted in makes, like how big of a difference it makes what pot your plant is in as to how much you will appreciate it and love it. Because like I said, I honestly hated looking at this. It was just in a really ugly situation and now I just feel like it's so beautiful, and I love looking at it. I may have just knocked over a pot that landed on a plant and snapped it in half. But it's okay because I can propagate it, and the lower leaves were looking really, really bad anyways. Honestly, this whole plant has not been looking very good. Even the new leaves are just like crunchy, and the newest leaf here has been snapped in half. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, it's been snapped in half. There's a big line going straight across the leaf. That makes me so sad that I have to wait for this to root again. Oh, that sucks, but I rooted it from a cutting before. I can do it again. Honestly, it might be best, because like I said, those bottom leaves are pretty crunchy. Anyways, back to happy plant vibes. This is my Baltic blue pothos, which I talk about constantly, never ending. I'm constantly talking about this plant. But she has a secret. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fenestrated leaves, just one fenestration. Dun, 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 dun. The newest leaf has 3 fenestrations on it. What? When I saw this unfurling, I truly couldn't believe my eyes. It's still hardening off, it is still expanding, but I just couldn't believe it has put out, you know, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's only put out 5 single fenestrated leaves, and then all of a sudden just 3? What is that? And it's already working on a new leaf. This plant grows so fast. Like, are you kidding me? So obviously this is making my favorites list. I honestly am like kind of a little afraid of how fast this plant grows because I don't know if it's gonna fit in my house anymore. But that is a problem for future Grace, and I shall cross that bridge when I get there. There's a new leaf. Oh my gosh! This one has two! This one has 2 fenestrations on it! I didn't even know that this was there! Oh my god! What the heck? This plant is so cool. I just really, really love the Baltic blue. Beautiful, just shiny, sleek, dark leaves, and just pops out the coolest fenestrations. And it's literally only been growing this far up the pole before it even started fenestrating. So very, very minimal effort, honestly, to get to size up and fenestrate. And after it's sized up and started fenestrating, it's just like boom, 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 popping out leaf after leaf. Literally almost a new week, or almost a new leaf every week or week and a half. It's really, really insane. I mean, obviously, this one isn't even done hardening off yet, and it's already popping out a new leaf. Like, so yeah, very, very cool plant. I know that I talk about this one on my channel a lot, so I'm not gonna like gush about it any longer, but I really just wanted to show off the apparently now 2 new leaves on it. So yeah. And that is it for today's planty video. Thank you so much for watching. I thought it'd be really fun to do kind of just like almost like a mini updates kind of. But yeah, I've been obsessing over these plants so much that I just honestly like couldn't go another day without talking about them. And now I unfortunately have some propagating to do, which kind of sucks because I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I won't be able to keep a close eye on this. So fingers crossed that it doesn't die, because I would be very sad. That is the way of plants, and everybody makes mistakes, and honestly, welcome to houseplants. Pots are gonna fall, plants are gonna fall over, leaves are gonna get snapped. It is what it is. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, especially if you are a subscriber. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing because it would mean so much to me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment down below what your favorite plant is. I really love talking about my favorite plants, so I want to talk about your favorite plants too. I post here every Friday, but if you would like more plant content throughout the week, you can follow my Instagram @_Grace's Garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!